Breaking news. Arne Slot sacked as Liverpool manager. Jurgen Klopp poised for shock return to Anfield. Anfield has been thrown into chaos once again as multiple reports, led by Sky Sports early this morning, claim that Liverpool manager Arne Slot has been dismissed from his position following a series of disappointing performances and growing unrest within the club hierarchy. What has made this story truly explosive, however, is the revelation that Jurgen Klopp, the beloved former manager who left the club just 18 months ago, is being lined up for a sensational return to take charge of the Reds once more. Sources close to both Liverpool and Klopp have described the situation as fluid but extremely serious, with talks reportedly underway about a potential short-term arrangement that could see Klopp return in an advisory or interim managerial role until the end of the current season. A sudden end to the Slot era. When Arne Slot arrived at Anfield in May 2024, he did so with enormous pressure on his shoulders and even greater expectations. The Dutch tactician was handpicked as Jurgen Klopp's successor after guiding Feyenoord to Eredivisie glory and was hailed as a modern coach with tactical ingenuity, attacking flair, and an obsession for structured pressing football. For a while, everything seemed promising. Slot's early months brought excitement. Liverpool played vibrant, high-energy football, and a top-four finish seemed inevitable. But as the 2025 season unfolded, the energy began to fade. A run of poor results, including the devastating 3-0 defeat to Manchester City last weekend, proved to be the final straw. The board reportedly held an emergency meeting late Sunday night, during which Fenway Sports Group FSG executives, including Mike Gordon and Billy Hogan, made the difficult decision to terminate Slot's contract effective immediately. According to internal sources quoted by Sky Sports, the ownership group felt that results were not aligning with the club's ambitions, and the dressing room atmosphere had deteriorated significantly. Liverpool's crisis. From stability to uncertainty. Slot's downfall mirrors a worrying pattern at Anfield. A club that once thrived on identity, continuity, and emotional unity is suddenly facing an identity crisis. Under Klopp, Liverpool had become synonymous with belief, passion, and collective purpose. The heavy metal football era brought not just trophies, but a spirit that electrified the world. Now that spark appears to have dimmed. Slot's tactical philosophy was meant to evolve Klopp's intensity into a more controlled, positional style, but players reportedly struggled to adapt. Sources inside the club told The Athletic that several senior players, including Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah, felt that the team lacked direction and emotional connection. There were also murmurs about fitness concerns and over-rotation. Slot's constant changes to the starting 11 reportedly disrupted rhythm and chemistry, leading to confusion both on and off the pitch. A 3-0 defeat to City, followed by back-to-back draws against Brighton and Aston Villa, confirmed Liverpool's slide. The club currently sits 8th in the Premier League table, 14 points behind league leaders Manchester City and already out of the EFL Cup. Sky Sports confirms. Klopp link. The bombshell came this morning when Sky Sports News broke the story that Liverpool's board had reached out to Jurgen Klopp to discuss a possible temporary return. Klopp, who stepped down in 2024 citing fatigue and the need for a pause in professional management, is currently serving as an advisor for Red Bull's global football operations. However, according to sources close to the German coach, Klopp has remained emotionally attached to Liverpool, regularly visiting Anfield and maintaining close contact with the players and staff. One insider told Sky, "Jurgen never truly left Liverpool. His heart has always been there. He feels responsible for the culture he built. When the club called, he listened." If confirmed, Klopp's comeback would be one of the most dramatic managerial returns in modern football history, reminiscent of Zinedine Zidane's shock reappointment at Real Madrid in 2019. Fans. React. Euphoria and shock in equal measure. The reaction from Liverpool fans has been immediate, intense, and emotional. Social media has exploded with hashtags like hashtag Klopp returns and hashtag thank you slot, capturing the blend of gratitude and nostalgia sweeping through the fan base. At Anfield this morning, supporters gathered outside the club's main entrance holding banners reading, "Bring back the boss," and "We still believe." Lifelong fan Charlie Henderson told BBC Radio Merseyside, "Arne Slot tried, and we respect him. But Liverpool has always been Jurgen Klopp's family. If he's coming home, this is the best day since Istanbul." Another fan tweeted, "You can change the manager, but you can't replace the spirit. Klopp is Liverpool." However, not everyone agrees. A section of supporters believes the club is reacting too emotionally rather than strategically. Some analysts argue that bringing Klopp back might hinder Liverpool's long-term project of building a new tactical identity. Football journalist Jamie Carragher cautioned, "Klopp's return would be romantic, yes, but also risky. Liverpool need renewal, not nostalgia. They must think about the future." Inside the boardroom, what led to Slot's dismissal? Reports from Merseyside suggest that tensions between Arne Slot and the club hierarchy had been brewing for weeks. Player unrest. Some players reportedly complained about training intensity and communication breakdowns. Transfer disagreements. Slot wanted defensive reinforcements in January, but the board refused to approve his targets, citing financial fair play restrictions. Tactical confusion. Sources say the team lacked clarity in attack. The pressing triggers, once Liverpool's weapon, had become inconsistent. By the end of October, the writing was on the wall. Slot's relationship with sporting director Richard Hughes had become strained, and dressing room leaks made the environment toxic. Liverpool's 3-0 defeat to City, in which the Reds failed to register a single shot on target, was the moment the board decided change was inevitable. Klopp's return. Negotiations underway. As of Wednesday morning, Klopp is said to be open to discussions about taking a short-term role, possibly until the end of the 2025-26 season. Sky Sports senior correspondent Melissa Reddy reported that FSG executives contacted Klopp's representatives on Monday, proposing a hybrid role combining interim coaching with long-term advisory duties. If Klopp agrees, the deal could be finalized within days. Assistant manager Pep Lijnders, who had left with Klopp in 2024, is also rumored to be returning alongside him. A source close to the negotiations described it as a reunion that feels destined. "Klopp doesn't need money or fame," said the source. "He just wants to protect what he built. He sees Liverpool struggling and feels it's his duty to help." The tactical void. What went wrong? Under Arne Slot's Liverpool often looked like a team caught between two worlds, trying to play with positional control while retaining Klopp's intensity. Analysts noted that the hybrid model didn't fit the squad's natural rhythm. The midfield struggled to dominate possession, pressing sequences broke down, and the defense, once a fortress, began leaking goals. Data from Opta shows Liverpool's pressing success rate dropped from 33% under Klopp to 22% under Slot, while their average possession increased, ironically making them slower and more predictable. Former Liverpool captain Steven Gerrard commented on Sky's Monday Night Football, "You can't half-press. Either you go all in or you sit deep. Liverpool tried to do both and ended up doing neither." Klopp's legacy. Why his return makes sense. For many, Klopp's potential return isn't just about nostalgia. It's about restoring belief. Under his leadership, 2015 to 2024, Liverpool won. One Premier League title, 2020. One Champions League, 2019. One FA Cup, one Carabao Cup, one Club World Cup, one UEFA Super Cup. Beyond the trophies, Klopp gave Liverpool an identity. The mentality monsters, as he called them. His ability to connect emotionally with fans and players turned the club into a global family. If he returns, it could reignite that spirit, and perhaps stabilize a dressing room that feels lost. What happens next? As of press time, Liverpool are expected to release an official statement later today. Arne Slot has reportedly already cleared his office at the AXA training center, and interim management duties may temporarily fall to assistant Peter Krawietz. If Klopp's deal is finalized this week, he could be unveiled before Liverpool's next home match against Tottenham, a fixture that suddenly feels like the beginning of a new era. Klopp's reappearance at Anfield would be greeted with thunderous applause and tears of joy. The Kop would roar again, banners would rise, and the German's trademark smile would light up the touchline once more. But amid the euphoria, questions remain. Can Klopp rescue Liverpool from another season of mediocrity? Will his return disrupt long-term planning or restore the club's soul? And, perhaps most importantly, will the magic still be there? Only time will tell.